detective?
Just Christian works fine, Mr. GQ.
Just Jack works for me alright as well, Christian.
Got it, Jack. Just here to, you know.
Is it about the woman?
It is.
I see. What would you like to know?
Everything. The officers on scene didn't have a chance to properly question you when we were here last, so I've been sent here as a retainer to ensure that our investigation goes on thoroughly.
Am I in any trouble, Christian?
You aren't. Don't worry about that, just the station wants to know every detail. It was a freak storm when you made the call, and we came here to retrieve the body.
I understand.
Whenever you're ready, Jack. Do you mind if I take a seat?
If you don't mind fish coats in the drawers, brother.
Hasn't bothered me before, won't bother me now. But, thanks for the warning.
Well, it was a harsh storm. Boy was trolling for fish, salmon. I have a small boat you see out there on the docks.
The Shelley.
That's the one. Was out fishing and the storm was rolling in, but I was having the best haul I'd seen in forever. Got to the docks at around midnight when the storm began to sway the boat too much even for me. I was dragging the nets onto the deck and emptying them so I could sort the fish. Toss the little ones and don't catch back onto the water.
I see. You've been fishing here in Kingsmouth for how long again?
17 years, since I was a boy with my father.
Got it. Please, go on.
Was entangling something that I caught around something big. Thought it was a sad thing, a snake, a dolphin or something. Tried to pull it out of the netting, but it was dark so I couldn't see what it were. Then I pulled it. Her. I pulled her from the netting. A woman.
And this woman, did you know her?
No.
You did though, didn't you? Several witnesses and bank statements have claimed that you purchased some antiques from an auction house in Kingsmouth Park recently. You must have run into her at some point, no?
Perhaps not. But I do not know her.
I understand. Continue.
I'm beginning to think that perhaps this is more of an interrogation than an investigation, sir.
I promise you it isn't. Just trying to get all my ducks in a row and find all the facts. It's part of the job, Jack. You know this.
I guess so.
What happened after you discovered the body?
I looked at her. She wasn't in the water for too long, and bodies and fish swell all the same. They rot, they fill with water. This one was clean, too clean. As if the water no make it in.
A fresh body then?
Fresh as could be.
Understood. Do you have any spouse, children, hired help? Anyone that could verify this? Small a boat as it is, usually someone of your age would have someone helping them, right?
Had a wife, a daughter, a boy.
Might I ask what happened to them?
Lost at sea.
My condolences. Okay, let's get back to it. After you hauled the body onto the deck, what happened afterwards?
I called the police to report what I found. The rest you already know. You arrived here that night.
Did I?
I remember your face.
I see.
Will there be any more questions, sir?
No, none. But please, take care of yourself.
Is something the matter?
You've been standing on the docks for hours at a time, staring at the sea, even during high tide and storms. Port Authority doesn't think it's safe for you to be out here so frequently and at such dangerous times. And you do...
I'll be fine.
And you do know that operating a vessel while...
I know.
Here's my card, Jack. If you happen to remember anything, please, don't hesitate to call me. Good night, Jack.
Always there trying to get reasons to seek me out. No matter, fishing to be done. Kingsmouth no go and feed itself. Gotta get these nets reeled up and ready to go. After that, maybe I rest a moment, collect myself, and think about things. The detective has thought I might have killed that woman. I know, but why? I keep to myself. It don't matter. Always the same. Always. Just keep going and do what gotta be done. That's nice and secure. Now, off to think.
Shaquille made way for the lone cabin in the rear of his ship. It was a humble thing, poorly kept since the passing of his wife and children in a freak accident. The three of them ripped from the deck in a storm that made headlines across the nation for weeks. He closed the door behind him, seeking out the refuge of drink from a cabinet bolted to the portside wall.
I wonder what's here for me now. A good sleep.
He uncorked the bottle and found it empty, tossing the glass vessel to the floor in frustration as he clutched at his temple with one hand, desperately reaching for another bottle. He tore the aluminum seal from the cap, unscrewing the lid and raising the bottle to his lips. He drank the burning liquid down as he slumped into his seat at the helm. His eyes squeezed shut as beads of sweat ran down the man's face. He drank again, one hand clutching at the wheel before him.
Just seeing things, nothing but. The storms are where men are made. It's alright, brother.
He opened his eyes,
It's alright.
staring out at the window into the open water. The night sky held no stars tonight. The undulating expanse only gave sight to faint lights of ships on the horizon, half-sunken metal carcasses drifting along with the tides. He blinked repeatedly, trying to usher the sight from his eyes to no avail. He growled. The whispers followed as he raised the bottle to his lips, silencing them. He looked out once more. The sea, it was so bright. Pale blue light from the fish below, from something else, from a gaze deep beneath the water. With 1,000 eyes it watched him, and he drank deeper this time, clutching desperately as tears began to well up in his eyes, streaming down his cheeks. Jaquil gritted his teeth, breathing in and out as a swig, another swig, then another calmed the visions for a time, until he passed out into a drunken slumber, oblivious to the water that began to drag his vessel out to sea, out to join the others. The man sobbed quietly, pressing the bottle to his temple as the whispers resurfaced, like so many clutching, grasping hands from the deep. Jack? Jaquil? Oh, where'd he go? Hey, Jack! Jack! Jack? Hey, it's Detective Christensen. We've got a culprit for the murder
It was him.
Huh? Jack, lighten up, man, and... Oh, man. Put down the bottle. Even for just a second. Things aren't easy. You know, you've been through a whole rough time and all. Look through your file. Veteran, wife and kids. Deceased, I know. You've got my condolences. Now living a humble life on the water. I understand where you're coming from.
It was him! Him, you fool! Do you not see?
Jack, let go of...
This it. It hung us. It... Do you not do you not see it? How? I will join them. Together despite the dark, I hear you. As I promise I join you as soon as the work is done. As soon as it is all over, I'll be with you all. Chicken, me eye, me try.
The depths beckoned him closer to the edge of the docks, staring down at the blood-red water. The whispers beckoned him home, but he returned to his vessel, letting the bottle rest on the lone table in his cabin as he stared out at nothing, a smile upon his face.